It's game 2 of this afternoon-night doubleheader. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, Claire Foley with you. The Gateman lost the first game to this Harwich Mariners team 3-0. And this is the offense that we rarely get to see shut out at the plate. And they were really shut out, obviously, out of the score. But they left over 7 runners on base in a span of 4 innings of play. They had so many opportunities to score, did not so. What's the game plan, do you think, for this offense heading into game 2 of this afternoon-night doubleheader, Cade?
Well, the offense, Alex, is just to find that spark that they need. It seemed like a couple base hits strung together wasn't enough to get those run-producing hits that this team has lacked in recent games. Although on the pitching side, I think it's a strong start will be the difference from game 1 for Jonathan Brand. Game 2 starter from Miami, Ohio, the right-hander, will look for a really carryover performance from Michael Sansone had outside of the first inning of work where he gave up 3 runs to the Mariners, and that would be it. Over the next 5 frames, he would face the minimum in those next 5 innings. If he had done that in the first, well, things might have ended in a 0-0 tie, or even better, we're still playing in extras.
Right, you can have extras up to 9 innings in a 7-7 day-night doubleheader. Well, as it'll be David Smith, Tommy Seidel, and Nick Goodwin due up here in the top of the first. A quick turnaround between these two teams, just about 30 minutes in between the last pitch and the first pitch incoming. Jonathan Brand on the mound for the Gateman here in game 2 of this, I like to say, the afternoon-night doubleheader. First pitch for the first game at 4, and the first pitch for this one right around 6:31. Brand deals a fastball strike to David Smith, and we are officially underway. Defensively for the Gateman in the outfield from left to right, Hogan Windish in left, Michael Robertson in center field, and Kellum Clark in right. The 0-1 caught on and missed. Nasty breaking pitch there. 0-2 quickly to David Smith. In the infield from left to right, at third base is Fabian. At shortstop, Brian Padilla. At second base is going to be Jack Hausinger, and at first base is Alan Roden. Behind the plate for game 2 is Ryan Campos. Pitch up high, now 1-2 the count.
Smith 1 for 3 in game 1 today. Had a base hit in the first. That would be all. A pair of groundouts in his next 2 plate appearances.
Well, Brand quickly working ahead here. The 1-2 pitch to Smith, grounded on the right side. It'll be Hausinger who will take his time to throw it, Roden in time. 1 away.
That was a ground ball that took a weird hop on Hausinger. A player at just 5'10" had to leap in the air, climbed a ladder, if you will, Alex, to reel that one in, stuck his glove hand up as high as it could go, and it was just enough to bring it back down, and the throw was in time.
So one quick out. Here's Tommy Seidel. Doubled in the first inning here in game 1. That's, well, he had went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. 1 run scored. Well, nobody on, 1 out in the top of the first. This Brand deals. It hits Seidel right in the helmet. It appears to be okay. So Seidel will take first. A scary moment here in the first inning.
Jonathan Brand just sticking the thumbs up over to him. You knew that was one that slipped away, and it's always one you wish you could have back. But thankfully, Seidel appears to be okay. A scary sight, nearly avoided.
So Seidel will be on first with 1 away. At the top of the first. It was a 3-run rally in the first, and that's all the Mariners needed in the first game of this doubleheader. The Gateman 0-3 when playing in doubleheaders this season. Brand set, pitching out the stretch. The first pitch low and inside to Nick Goodwin. Goodwin 1 for 3 with a run scored in the first game. Was part of that 4-hit rally that scored 3. Sansone faced 6 batters that had a productive at-bat in that first inning, but outside of that, sat down over 15 hitters. That one missing low. Now Brand behind, 2-0. Again, I know we weren't together for that first game, but Michael Sansone, outside of that first inning, unbelievable performance.
And I think the biggest difference maker for me, Alex, was how he responded to that early inning adversary, because you go back to
2-0, grounded up the middle and threw for a base hit. Stopping at second's going to be Seidel, and the Gateman in a little bit of a trouble once again here in the top of the first. First and second for the Mariners with only 1 out.
You go back to last week's doubleheader at Chatham, where Sandstone also got the start in Game 1, and things went great early, and then the last batter he faced would be a grand slam from Cade and Grice, and that would be the difference maker in that game. Well, now, here today, the damage is done early by the opposing team, and he settles in down the stretch, really gave the Gateman 6 strong innings of work, just 5 hits allowed.
Well, Joe Vitrano and the Mariners looking to duplicate their first inning from Game 1. They realize when the Gatemen are trailing, very rarely are they able to come back and score. The first pitch swinging in there for a strike. Looked like Vitrano thought about going, but really held up. I think he went with a called strike anyways. First and second, and the top of the first with one away. Still no score. Now, Feuz, Cade, Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you. Well, Brand set at the ways and delivers the 0-1 pitch. A nasty breaking pitch there. Got out and missed. On brand stuff right there from Jonathan Brand.
He's a player who led all Division I, the lowest ERA in the country this spring at 140. But now he's going to take a different approach. He's heading to the SEC in the fall, joining Auburn on the transfer portal.
The 0-2 pitch, that one lined the other way and through for a base hit in left field. Let's see if they're going to hold everyone up and everyone's safe. And the Mariners have the bases loaded with only 1 out in the top of the first.
For a Harwich team that got started in the first inning in Game 1, then grew cold, has really resurfaced to their old ways, Alex. Now, a hit batter and 2 base hits have turned the vacancy sign off on the base paths.
Well, here's Kenny Lavari, singled in the first inning and looking to do something again here with the bases loaded and 1 away.
Brand can get out of this inning. He's just looking for the ground ball.
Infield, middle infield played back, looking to turn 2. A chopper up the middle could be 2, but it's misplayed. The ball goes through center field. 1 run already scores. Here comes Goodwin. He'll score, and it is a 2-0 Mariners lead in the top of the first quickly. They're rolling it a base hit. Obviously, did not touch the glove of Padilla to get through to center field. Padilla battling the sun, it looked like. Couldn't get there in time. Just wasn't playing over far enough. So 2 runs score, both Seidel and Goodwin. And it's first and second again with 1 away. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead quickly.
Padilla getting his first action at short this season.
Here's Cozy, cuts and misses. 0-1 the count here.
Brand just needs to settle in. Still 1 out on the board. A ground ball can work you out of this jam.
The 0-1 fouled away behind home. And Brand ahead here, 0-2.
Hunter Stokely, a big man out of North Carolina, making his in-season debut for Harwich, just added to the roster today.
One of the 5 faces that the Mariners signed this morning. First and second, 1 out here in the top of the first. It's a 2-0 Harwich lead. 0-2 pitch, a chopper fouled on the first base side. Really 0-2 again. Gateman so far being outscored today, 5-0 now between the first game and quickly here in the first, the second.
And all those runs coming in the first inning.
Unbelievable.
Harwich, a team that did so in the first inning, they're looking to do the same here, and that set the tone early on.
Brand set at the ways, giving a look over to second, delivers the 0-2 pitch in there for called strike 3. Freezes Stokely up. 1 away, and that's the first strikeout of the night from Jonathan Brand.
Good pitch, breaking ball that just really hung itself up in the heart of the plate before finally dipping into the zone. And like you said, Alex, just froze up Stokely, a big power hitter, sat down on a key strikeout for the second out.
Well, with the bases loaded and one away earlier this inning, and a base hit from Lavari that scored 2. Brand trying to get out of this jam. Pitch just missing outside. 1-0 the count to Chris Newell. It's first and second with 2 outs in the top of the first. Only one pitcher was used in relief in the first game of this day-night doubleheader, and that was Nico Mazza. Brand deals a 1-0 pitch outside. Now 2-0 the count. So after really getting ahead of Stokely in the previous batter and struck him out looking, falling behind on Newell here could be dangerous.
Definitely could. Brand is a guy who has had his ups and downs so far through 2 starts on the season, but a player who can quickly regain his composure on the mound. He's an experienced vet with a senior arm.
Brand looking to second, delivers a 2-0 pitch. That one hit not deep to center field. Robertson just stands still to make the play to end the inning. Well, on 3 hits, 2 runs scored. We're at to the bottom of the first. Gateman up to bat. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion.
Welcome back. The Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, Claire Foley with you. We go to the bottom of the first. Gateman trail 2-0. And we'll see how the Gatemen lead things off in this second game of the doubleheader. Leading things off, here's Ryan Campos, followed by Hogan Windish. And in the third spot is Alan Roden. Batting cleanup, Kellum Clark. Batting fifth and DHing is Max Anderson. Batting sixth is Jack Hausinger. Batting seventh, Derek Fabian. Batting eighth is Brian Padilla. And to finish out this Gateman lineup is Michael Robertson. Well, here's Campos. Pitch hit in that first game, and there was a little delay of play. I don't think anyone knew besides Harvey Shapiro that Ryan Campos would be pinch hitting. I mean, Campos didn't even have his batting gloves on before he got out of the dugout.
Well, his elbow guard that he wears on the front side was still in his catcher's gear bag that was around the back side of the dugout. So he had to run out, go unzip the bag, of course, shuffle through everything, and who knows what accumulates in that bag as the season goes on. Sunflower seed pouches, what have you, empty drink bottles. And he finally finds the batting gloves and gets out there. What was it, Alex? Probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes before he got to the plate?
Yeah. Not as much as the bunny from last night, though.
Oh, boy.
The 1-1 pitch swung on, but right at Smith, who will field it on 2 hops and throws to Stokely at first, 1 away.
Good barrel from Campos, and that's, I think, the key for this Gateman team is to put balls in play. They struck out in double digits in Game 1. You've got to settle in, especially in this 7-inning ball game. Big hits matter early on.
Well, we saw half of this Mariners infield defense in the outfield from left to right. Cole Harding in left, Chris Newell in center and Tommy Seidel in right. Here's Hogan Windish. We'll look at the first pitch low. 1-0 the count. In the infield from left to right, Lavari at third, Goodwin at short, Smith at second, Stokely making his season debut at first base. Behind the plate once again in game 2 is Gassetti, and on the mound is Wyatt Scotty. A high pop-up, drifting back is Goodwin, but now calling him off is left fielder Harding to make the play. Well, 2 up, 2 down on the bottom of the first. Here's Alan Roden. Roden, well, a little quietly, only 1 for 3 in the first game. Harvey Shapiro really relying on him, batting him in between either the 3 or 4 spot in this lineup.
And Roden's a player who has power in the swing. Lefty stick that's got a 330 fence and right.
First pitch taken outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Roden. And we watch him in BP. He is just one of the most exciting new faces that we've been able to cover. And now his 4th game already. That one grounded on the right side to Smith. He'll take his time to throw to first, so Stokely in time. 1-2-3, go to the Gateman. We go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Mariners. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Local craft beer, great food, games, outdoor beer garden, and live music. That's all at Stone Path Malt. Better malt, better beer. Conveniently located across from Wareham Crossing in the West Wareham Industrial Park. Check them out.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Whether a night at the tap room for pub grub, dinner for the family, or a full-service catered event, Minkle Boys Catering. Food with passion. Book your event today.
Top of the second, you're from Spillane Field. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, Claire Foley with you on a beautiful Sunday night and another perfect day. As you said in the pregame show, what seemed like a week ago today, it's a great day to play too, as Ernie Banks always says. It'll be Chris Newell, Gassetti, and Harding due up for the Mariners. Jonathan Brand looking to settle down after a somewhat rocky first inning. 2 runs scored in that inning. A first pitch swinging a chopper down the third base side. Fabian will make the long throw to first in time. Fabian has been tremendous at third so far today.
Cannon of an arm, also good stretch from Roden. Throw was just a tad above his head, but sticks the glove out to spear it in the air. Fabian, though, I think the attacking speed from the bag at third is, I think, more impressive than just the arm alone. He is quick. He's lengthy, 6'3" frame up the line. He can play third base at a big level.
Improving so now. That one taken for a strike, 0-1. Macussetti, and he's going to be really tired after today. Both catching the first and second into this doubleheader, and that one taken outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Imagine catching. Yeah, granted, it's 2 7-inning games, but still, that's 14 innings behind the plate in one day.
That's a lot of wear on the knees.
1-1 fouled straight back. 1-2 the count.
One thing that coaches will always tell you, too, Alex, is that, of course, it's hard to beat a team once in a day, but it's especially hard to beat them twice, and that's good news for Wareham as they look to at least split this Sunday afternoon double set.
Well, Brand shaking off, now in agreement. The 1-2 pitch incoming, a high pop-up in the infield. Hausinger calling everyone off there to make the play right between the lip of the outfield and Stone Dust's infield.
And this stone dust, too. It was a warm day today, Alex. 82 degrees at first pitch. You know that black playing field was just really radiating that heat.
Think of a parking lot on a hot summer day. Whew. 0-2 away. Here's Cole Harding. Brand delivers a pitch that fouled straight right near the Mariners dugout. Eerie similar to game one. Just one fewer of a run scored. But Brand really looking back to himself on the mound. The 0-1 pitch popped up out of play. Looking for it is Fabian, but runs out of room. And Brand quickly ahead here, 0-2.
Like you said, Alex, almost an exact replica of what we saw in game one today, where Harwich jumped on the board early, strung together a few hits in the first inning, and played it a couple runs. In game one, it was 3. Here in this one, it was 2. And now they've been retired 3 in a row.
0-2 pitch stays high. Right near the shoulders of the lefty, Cole Harding. Pitch outside, in there for called strike 3 to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second. Stay with us right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous Colossal Lobster Rolls, piled high on a grilled brioche and served hot buttered or just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal.
Mosquito bites and ticks. No, yikes! When the bugs get scary, just call Mosquito Mary's 866 Ask Mary or visit us at mosquitomarys.com.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at curry.edu.
Welcome into the bottom of the second of the second game of the doubleheader. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and of course our very own Claire Foley with you. It's a 2-0 Harwich Mariners lead. They scored 2 in the top of the first, but it's been quiet on both sides ever since. It'll be Kellum Clark, Max Anderson, and Jack Helsinger due up, looking to get something going. The Gatemen have been shut out for 8 innings so far today.
This is a Gateman offense that is fresh off of back-to-back double-digit hit games. This is a team that can find a way on the base pass. I mean, look, Alex, they left 7 on in game 1. They just have to bring them home.
That one line to right, and it's going to be a fair ball. And go all the way to the bullpen of the Gateman. Rounding first and cruising into second, thinking about 3, but stops on second base for a leadoff double in the bottom of the second. Oh, talk about due. Clark was certainly due and making up for it right here.
4th double of the year for Kellum Clark, first in over a week, but it comes in a big-time spot.
Max Anderson comes up to the plate with an RBI opportunity, and a big one. Like we said earlier, Gateman shut out through 8 so far today. Well, Clark about 5 steps off the second base bag, and Scotty looking over, but Anderson swings at the first pitch he sees, through for a base hit. To the left side of the infield, stopping at third is going to be Clark, and runners on the corners with nobody out in the bottom of the second.
Sometimes for wildfires to spread, all they need is a small little ignition, a small spark. Is this the tide that turns what has been a rough go for the Gateman offense?
Well, here's Jack Helsinger for the first time, and I mean, Cade, you're really the guru of this kind of information. I don't remember a time in recent memory where Helsinger is any spot in the lineup. I guess it was last time they played Harwich. And he did bad in the 6th hole. Looks at a first pitch strike. I answered my own question.
Well, 10 starts so far this season for Hausinger. You've had 4 in the leadoff spot, and then outside of that, they've really been split. 3 apiece in the 5 and 6 holes.
0-1 way outside. 1-0 the count.
He's been moved around the order in different ways, and we've seen a couple guys in different spots in the lineup. Outside of one, Hogan Windish has started every game this season in the 2 spot.
The 1-1 pitch taken for a ball outside. Now 2-1 the count, and runners on the corners with nobody out.
Gateman didn't even have 2 base hits in an inning until the 6th in game 1.
The 2-1 pitch outside. 3-1 the count. Derek Fabian on deck.
He's been red hot as of late.
Three-one pitch. High pop-up. Smith and Seidel battling for it. Seidel calls it off. Clark sticking to third. Oh, 1 away.
You have to wonder, Alex, in game 1, we saw a runner thrown out at home by Seidel and Wright. A little bit of hesitation from Harvey Shapiro to send Clark on the tag up there.
Right, Clark only 1 stolen base this past collegiate campaign, and not too much speed, but again, Seidel with a rocket arm in right field. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to run yourself into outs, especially at home plate when you have a score to run and over 8 innings at this moment in time. Oh, here's Fabian. Looks at a first pitch strike from Wyatt Scotty.
We talk about Fabian, how he's come on strong as of late. Last night at Falmouth, a key pinch hit RBI double. Then he follows that up today in game 1, 2 for 3 afternoon with a number 2-bagger.
The 0-1 pitch bouncing in right in front of Cassetti behind the plate, but a good stop by him. No advancement from either Clark or Anderson. It's first and third with 1 away. The bottom of the 2nd. The go-ahead run at the plate. One pitch, way inside, and it looked like it clipped the elbow of Derek Fabian, and that will load the bases here in the 2nd.
A tough spot for Scotty. He sends a fastball up and in on Fabian, and just had a little bit of a late tail on it, just clipping the elbow guard. Not by much, but it was just enough.
Oh, with the bases loaded, here's Brian Padilla. Looks at a first pitch strike breaking pitch there. Out of UConn, the redshirt freshman. Started in 60 out of the 61 games played for the Huskies in 2022. That one just missing outside. More of a contact hitter, 15 doubles, 2 triples, and 8 homers with 37 runs batted in. With a Gateman offense that hovers around 300. That one lined past the diving Smith into right field. They're going to send Clark home, base hit, and an RBI for Padilla. And the Gatemen trail by 1 here in the 2nd. First run scored in 9 innings.
And first hit of the summer for Brian Padilla cuts the deficit in half. We talk about what is the ignition that sparks this offense. Well, it was a player who finally gets the first hit. Is that enough? One more swing, and we're in a tied game.
Well, bases remain loaded for the left-hander from Florida, Michael Robertson. Another pitch in the dirt. Another good stop, though, from Gassetti behind the plate. Anderson on third, Fabian on second, and Padilla on first. Still only 1 out. A sac fly would tie the game. The 1-0 pitch stays high. 2-0 the count.
Gatemen have struggled in recent games, Alex. Just 1 for their last 5 with the bases loaded.
A 2-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. 2-1 the count. And the Gatemen sitting around 275. The bases loaded. Had the bases loaded in that first game, but stranded them. The 2-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. A breaking pitch that stayed inside, fooling Robertson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Scotty set. The 2-2 pitch. Did he go? And Robertson held up. 3 balls, 2 strikes now on the left-hander.
A big pitch coming up, top of the order on deck.
A tough pitch to take, but great job by Robertson to hold up on that one. Almost went around. A payoff pitch, fouled away. What a great at-bat from Robertson, who's really starting to come into his own here on this Gateman team.
It's been slow, it's been steady, but you've seen the gradual increase of Michael Robertson's game since the day he arrived here. And oftentimes people kind of get lost in translation. You just say, oh, he's a freshman, just wrapped up his freshman season at Florida. Well, he didn't see any game action for the Gators, was injured for a majority of that time. So now he comes up here, and his first game, competitive baseball game since his senior year of high school, is in the Cape.
Scotty set. The 3-2 pitch up high to walk in a run. And that ties the game here in the second. Who would have thought?
Not sure Michael Robertson thought his first RBI of the season would be on a bases-loaded walk, but it counts just the same, and that takes us back to the top of the order and an opportunity to break up this 2-2 tie and give the Gatemen their first lead since early on last night.
Campos grounded out to Smith in the first. Scotty quickly working a pitch inside, almost got away from Gassetti. A snowball behind the plate. Bases remain loaded. It's a 2-2 ball game in the bottom half of the second inning and just a 7-inning ball game. A 1-0 pitch fouled straight back. It's a big situation here. Fabian on third, Padilla on second, and Robertson at first base. Umpire going behind a little net right near the first base dugout, helping the ball boys get some more baseballs. Looks like they got out and wrapped some more. Seen a lot of foul balls in just 2 innings of play.
We really have.
One and 1 the count. The lefty Campos. And Scotty deals the pitch just outside. 2-1 the count.
Alex, it may just be me, but look at the gap and wide area of grass between the right fielder and the center fielder, who's playing slightly left up the middle.
The 2-1 pitch stays inside. 3-1 the count.
That's really surprising to me on especially a lefty hitter like Campos, but we may see the third run of this inning walked in via walk.
The 3-1 pitch. A deep drive to right. Slidle back on the track at the wall. It is gone! A grand slam for Ryan Campos. Unbelievable. The Gateman breakout here in the bottom of the second.
My, oh my, look at Campos. He watched it fly. Incredible job for the true freshman from Arizona State. And that's going to be it for Scotty on the bump. A 6-run frame for the Gatemen. The offense appears to be back.
Well, we'll send it to a quick break to get everyone a chance to catch up. 6 runs scored by the Gateman offense in the bottom half of the second inning. We'll have new information on the new Mariners pitcher right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network. Stay with us.
Mark Deshays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
Serving southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Office Technology Group has been the area's source for advanced digital multifunctional copiers since 2009. Call Office Technology Group at 508-858-5825.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
Well, new pitcher is a newcomer to this Mariners team. Teddy Sharkey comes into a tough spot, now down by 4 runs. On a 6-run, 4-hit, 1 walk, and 1 hit by a pitch inning.
This is a Gateman offense that I think needed just a little bit of momentum to finally go their way, and a grand slam shot from Ryan Campos will do it. His first homer of the summer, the first grand slam of the summer for the Gatemen, and their first lead over Harwich today.
Look, the Gatemen are 3-0 over the last 11 games, and I know we've talked a lot either on the broadcast or not. And we talk about this team, record-wise, doesn't look great. But when you watch the games, this team is second in runs scored. Second to Katua, who was undefeated for almost 2 weeks of the season. So this team scores a heck of a lot of runs, but they can't really seem to piece it all together. But so far, the 6-2 Gateman in the bottom half of the second, and things are really starting to turn the Gateman side of things. And maybe this is the turning point in that season that we've all been looking for.
New man on the mound is Teddy Sharkey, a 6-foot, 202-pound right-hander, junior from Coastal Carolina University down in Conway, South Carolina.
How far away is that from you?
Roughly about, I'd say probably an hour and a half.
Okay.
Not too far. Halfway between the capital city and the coast.
Great analysis. Oh, Sharkey deals first pitch swinging. Oh, Windish comes up empty. 1-1 the count.
Gary Gilmore been there a good number of years now leading that baseball program. Actually led the Chanticleers not just to Omaha, but they brought home the title just a couple short years ago.
Ole Miss got their title. A bit shy.
Did they win?
I believe so.
I've got to double check that. I haven't seen. I haven't checked the score today.
I saw a notification in between games quickly, something about Ole Miss clinches and wins their championship, but I want to. I guess I should have fact checked.
That is confirmed.
Okay.
It is confirmed.
Yeah. The 1-1 stays high, now 2-1 the count. And
boy, aren't you happy for Mike Bianco?
oh, that's so awesome. Well, congratulations to Ole Miss for winning the national championship. Unbelievable. Just awesome. Oh, Sharkey behind on win this year, 2-1. Nobody on, 1 out. It's a 6-run spot. They're in the second inning by the Gateman offense. A high fly ball to left field, but Harding there to make the play. 2 away.
Yeah, final score, Ole Miss defeats Oklahoma 4-2 earlier this afternoon. National title going back to Oxford.
What a great all-around team, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of between Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Those players join this league.
And that's the thing now I was just going to bring up, Alex, with the College World Series officially wrapping up in Omaha. You'll see those last few, late arrivals to the Cape for a lot of these teams, including the Gateman, who I've heard is getting a Omaha participant on the squad next week. Haven't heard any details, though.
Oh, pitch up high to Roden. He's a 9th batter up this inning for the Gateman. 1-0 the count. The left-hander. as Gussetti and Sharkey will converse on the mound. Sharkey joins this team today, so this will most likely the first time that Gussetti's caught him in a game situation. They're trying to get back on the same page. Nobody on, 2 away in the bottom of the second. It's 6-2 Gateman. A 1-0 pitch to Roden. And at the hands for a called strike. Evens up the count.
Even the more I've thought about it, Alex, how about back-to-back years for the state of Mississippi in college baseball? First, State wins it last year on an unbelievable run, and then this year, Ole Miss, who is the last team to make the NCAA tournament field. They were the last team in, and they're the ones hoisting the trophy.
1-1 pitch stays high. Now 2-1 the count, and that's what I love about baseball, Cade. You never know what to expect. You can play the best team against the worst team, 162 games, and that worst team, quote-unquote, will somehow always find a way to win at moments in time.
And that's the thing, Alex. Every time you come to a ball field, one of the two teams is coming away from a victory. You never know which it's going to be. You have an idea, maybe.
2-1, fouled straight back.
But it's the same thing. You look at the Cape standings this season. There's not that much separation across the board. Obviously, Katuitt, their great start has put them well ahead in the race. But the other teams behind them, not that far back in terms of how the point system can go. And you're still early on. We just crossed over the 25% mark on the season. Still plenty of baseball left to be played.
As we all know, a lot yet to happen in a summer baseball schedule. A 2-2 pitch popped him up. Lavari drifting over, still in fair territory, makes the play to end the inning. But the damage done. 6 runs come across, and a big hit by Ryan Campos. A grand slam. 6 runs scored in the bottom half of the second. It's 6-2 Gateman. We go to the top of the third. Stay with us right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Continuing with our corporate sponsors, we also want to recognize and thank Franklin Sports, Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Highline Cruises, Barnstable Bats, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Cape Space, Christmas Tree Shops, UFOs, T-Mobile, Boston Better Business Bureau, Fairway Financial, Rogers Gray, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Gateman Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
After the Gateman breakout in the bottom half of the second inning, they score 6 at the top of the third. And Jonathan Brand will retake it for the first time today. The Gatemen have had a lead as a lead now, 6-2.
Most runs scored by the Gatemen in a couple days, Alex, and they put 6 on the board in a huge spot. That's a momentum-shifting frame. Not only is it great that you put 6 runs on the board, but it almost feels like the Gatemen had the momentum for the first time in quite some time after letting a 3-0 lead slip away in the late innings last night.
Well, that brings up Tommy Seidel, who leaped and did the most he could to try to stop that drive to right field from Ryan Campos to leave the ballpark, but he couldn't do anything.
Half of Seidel's body was over the fence.
Great effort. Oh, 0-1 the count now. The right-hander. Brand deals the pitch. Low. A check swing down first base side. Seidel holds up. 1-1 the count now. The pitch just missing. outside. Now 2-1 the count, and the wind now blowing out to right field. A pitch from Campos was drilled to right. I don't think the wind had too much to help with that one.
Campos really got all of that one. I know we looked back, only 2 home runs this spring at Arizona State.
2-1, drilled to right. Back is Clark on the track. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding first and cruising into second is Tommy Seidel. That's his 3rd double of the day if you include from that first game of this doubleheader.
Seidel's off to a great outing here today offensively for Harwich. I mean, right now they're trailing by 4 runs, but that's so important for a player, especially in the 2 spot, which is coveted by coach. You're going to put your best hitter right there more times than not. And you put Seidel in that spot for him to show his teammates, we're not done yet. It's just the 3rd inning.
Here's Nick Goodwin. Singled and scored in the first. And this is a part of the lineup, like you said, Cade. Can do damage. That one fouled straight back. 1-1 the count. Tommy Seidel, every time he's been on second base, which has been a lot today, has been playing a lot of cat and mouse game between the pitcher. Did so a lot with Michael Sansone earlier in game 1. Brand set at the waist. Giving a look back to Seidel, who takes even more of a decent lead. A pitch outside. Down and away. 1-1 the count. What a perfect day for baseball.
It really is. Sun's now just beginning to set. We still have some light along the outfield grass, but most of the infield's covered up with evening shade.
The 1-1 pitch outside again. Slider down and away. 2-1 the count. Joe Vetrano on deck. The home run hitter out of Boston College. Down by 4 now. The Mariners offense trying to get back into this game and shorten that lead. The 2-1 pitch. Taken low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Seidel almost 10 steps off the second base bag there. Hausinger getting closer and closer to the second base bag.
The Gatemen have not picked off a runner this season.
And then check to second. Seidel getting back just in time. Brand said, okay, that's enough. We'll see if Seidel takes a shorter lead, but that's a decent one. 3-1 fouled away. Full count now.
Can Brand mirror what Sansone did in game 1 for the Gatemen, where you have a troubling start, and then in each inning after that, you absolutely dominate your competition?
Well, you hope he can, but if he can't, you still have breathing room. 4 runs in a 7-inning game is like 8. A 3-2 pitch. That one lined to left. Windish will play it on a hop. Rounding third, coming home is going to be Seidel. And the play at the plate is going to be offline. Seidel scores. It's a base hit. And an RBI for Goodwin. And now that 4-run lead is cut down to 3.
Great throw from Windish, like you said, Alex, though. It was just offline. Had the power to be there. But also a good piece of hitting from Goodwin. He battles Brand to a full count. And also good base running from Tommy Seidel. He danced around second base enough just to get Brand out of his rhythm in time, and then turns on the Jets rounding third.
Yeah, and Seidel, the reason why he was safe by what seemed like at least a good couple of steps is because he didn't hold up one time. He knew in his mind if there was going to be a base hit anywhere out of the infield, he was going to try to come around third and score. And that was the game plan he had in mind and did it and executed it as perfect as could be. A pitch upstairs to Joe Vetrano, home run hitter out of Boston College. After a 4-run lead, this Mariners offense cutting it down to just 3. A pitch taken for a called strike, and the tying run now on deck.
That's what I was just going to say, Alex. A 3-run lead sounds great, but when you put it in perspective that the tying run already has the bat in his hand, you can sometimes be a little uneasy. This game is still far from over.
Just in the top of the 3rd, it's 6-3 Gateman. The 1-1 pitch. That one grounded over to Padilla, who will pass it over to Hausinger. On to first base in time. Well, 2 away. 6-4-3 double play. And talk about crucial double play.
That's big right there. It clears the base paths and allows Brand the opportunity to limit the scoring from Harwich in this frame to just a single run.
That clears the base pass for Kenny Lavari. Singled back in the 1st. First pitch upstairs. 1-0 the count. Brand deals a 1-0 pitch. A broken back grounder on the third base side. Fabian makes the throw to Roden in time to end the inning. Well, 1 run does score on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left after 2.5 of play. It's a 6-3 Gateman lead. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Want your daily dose of news? Lucky for you, Wareham, Sipicon, and now Dartmouth Week has you covered. Whether you live in Wareham or in the surrounding areas, you can count on up-to-date news on sports, schools, and even the fine arts, courtesy of the partnership between Wareham, Sipicon, and Dartmouth Week. Head to theweektoday.com and search Wareham, Sipicon, or Dartmouth for more.
Well, welcome back. The Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network. Alex Feuz, Cade, Crenshaw, and we'll hear from our own Claire Foley now. Claire?
Among some of the great storylines in this team are the 3 teammates down in Florida. Fabian, Ty Evans, and Michael Robertson. We have Fabian and Robertson in the lineup tonight. Both reached base in the 2nd inning. Fabian and Evans both recorded hits in Game 1, and all 3 reached base last night against Falmouth. I spoke to Evans before Game 1, and he said that it definitely helps to have those 2 guys here as they get comfortable and meet their new summer squad. And it appears that the Gators are making themselves accommodated to the colder waters in Cape Cod as they're heating up in the box. Guys.
Well, Claire, we say thank you, and always great reporting. I mean, these Florida Gators, like you said, Claire, they need to heat up, and they are. And that's been crucial. I mean, all 3 of these players between Fabian, Robertson, all have been making great impacts on the field.
You look back at what Ty Evans did last night, a 3-hit ball game at Falmouth.
Went 3 for 5 last night. So it will be Kellum Clark, Max Anderson, and Jack Hausinger due up here in the bottom of the 3rd. A pitch missing upstairs. 1-0 the count.
Clark notching his 4th double of the season, 1 shy of the Cape League lead shared by his teammate Hogan Windish.
Sharkey set. The 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. As Clark will step out of the box and regroup, and he's the one that started off that 2nd inning rally.
We mentioned a little while ago Sharkey out of Coastal Carolina, which is not that far from the Myrtle Beach area of the South Carolina coast. What a more perfect name for a kid that plays along a coastal school. than Tommy Sharkey.
What a great baseball name, too.
It's
We've seen a lot of those this summer. 2-1 the count here to Clark. Gateman trying to separate themselves a little bit more. A 2-1 pitch. That one grounded on the right side. Stuckley will take it to first in time. One away. Max Anderson now a 10-game on-base streak.
Any way you can, you want to snap into a groove. And for a player who started out really slow this summer, Anderson has really come on strong the last 10 games. You want to find a way on the base paths any way you can and put yourself in a position to come around and score for your team.
Sharkey set at the waist. The first pitch taken for a strike. 1-1 in the count now. Nobody on, one out. Here in the bottom of the third, it's a 6-3 Gateman lead. It feels so nice saying that.
Boy, does it.
A 0-1 pitch. Taken for a strike, slider dropped in. Oh, what a great pitch from Sharkey.
Just painted the outer corner opposite way from the righty stick and Anderson. Just hung on the outside lip of the plate.
Sharkey set right above the belt. That one just missing inside. 1-2 the count now. Jack Helsinger on deck. He flew out to right in the second. Sharkey looking to settle down this offense. A 1-2 pitch. A little slow grounder on the left side of the infield. Could be a tough play. Lavari will throw it in time. What a great play. Lavari made his way almost right near the shortstop hole by the time he let go of it and threw it over to Stockley to make the out.
Heck of a play from a player who's ranging to his left, sprinting onto the infield grass. Had to quickly pick it, turn and throw against a player who has speed at the base paths in Anderson. Heck of a play off the hot corner.
So now 2 down. Here's Jack Helsinger. First pitch. And there for a strike. Sundays are for doubleheaders in this Cape Cod League.
Have July 4th coming up.
July. A pitch inside, he could call it strike. You mean July?
I think it's that southern dialect showing through. They don't have that in upstate New York, do they?
Not at all. You might confuse some people.
The month before August. How about that?
After June. 0-2, pouncing in. 1-2 the count. I got you now.
Glad
America's birthday.
Cleared up that air.
Had to get the jet stream clear. The 1-2 pitch approaching. Sharkey set. Taking his time, making it his own game right here. 1-2 pitch. Another deep drive. Seidel back on the track. Who makes the play? The ball was carrying quickly, but died just before and got to Seidel's glove. Oh, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the fourth. It's a 6-3 Gateman lead still. And Jonathan Brand will retake the mound. We head to the top of the inning. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
What's up, Gateman fans? Looking for Wareham jerseys, shirts, and hats? You can find all of that and more online at gateman.org/shop. Visit to get all your Gateman gear today.
Hey Gateman fans, don't miss out as the Wareham Gatemen head to Worcester, Mass. to take on the Bourne Braves at Polar Park, the home of the Worcester Red Sox. This special game at Polar Park takes place Monday, July 25th with a 6:45 first pitch. Tickets start at just $10, so head to gateman.org to get yours today.
One of the Gateman's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
Top of the fourth we go. It's 6-3 Gateman. It'll be Stockley, Newell, and Gassetti due up. Stokely struck out looking in the first.
Brand pitching with a lead for the fourth frame.
Pitch fouled away. Oh, Brand getting out. And in front of Stokely here.
One of 2 strikeouts. To Brand's credit, was Stokely back in the first.
Wind now blowing back out to right field. We'll see if that plays any effect. Lights not yet on. The sun still doing pretty much all the work. The 0-1 pitch to Stokely outside. 1-1 the count. What an exciting game so far.
It really has, Alex. We've seen runs scored in a myriad of different ways, including the first Gateman grand slam.
1-1. High, 2-1 the count.
Both runs brought in for the Harwich Mariners in the first inning on a 2 RBI knock from Kenny Lavari. The third being in the third inning, an RBI hit from Nick Goodwin.
A 2-1 pitch stays high, 3-1 the count. And when you and Cam were recording the pregame show earlier today, Harvey Shapiro walked by and I chatted with him for just a bit. And I go, Harvey, how are you doing today? And he goes, Alex, I'm the same every day. Ready to go to play 2. As a 3-1 stays inside, so Stokely works a leadoff walk. But my mood by the end of the day is determined how my team plays. And I think as of right now, with a 3-run lead in the top of the fourth, we'll see how he feels after this one.
It reminds me a lot of what my grandfather used to say before he passed a few years back, and that was simply, how are you doing? Well, I didn't wake up with dirt on top of me today, so I guess I'm doing all right.
Well, Harvey Shapiro will make the walk out to the mound and take the ball from Jonathan Brand. So Stokely on first with nobody out. We'll be right back on the Gateman Broadcast Network with more information on the new Gateman pitcher. Stay with us.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, including new majors in environmental science, sport and recreation management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science. Online at curry.edu.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. We offer over 400 different beverage choices on Cape Cod to quench every thirst, and more than 150 of those are low or no-calorie options.
Well, a new pitcher that comes out of the Gateman pen is Wyatt Hudipole, one of the best relievers that the Gatemen have down there, making his 4th appearance on the season. We've seen him through 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. That 1 run was earned with 5 walks and 3 strikeouts with a 1.5 ERA.
A player who spent the last 2 seasons at Kentucky is now in the transfer portal. We're still waiting to see where he plays his fall ball, but Hudipole has been very effective on the bump, especially against left-handed hitters. They're just 2 for 13 against Hudipole.
So Stokely off first. Pitch fouled straight back. Behind home. I didn't see a drop.
It went just cleared the fencing outside of our window here in the press box into the parking lot. Hope you didn't park out there.
I did not. Oh, I got that going for me today.
Well, you were my ride, so I know I didn't.
0-1, fouled away, 0-2 now. Well, what a great job by Hudipole, coming out of the pen quickly, working ahead, 0-2. Made 1 start this past season. Struck out 31 batters across 27 2/3 innings pitched for the Wildcats. 0-2. High drive but foul down the first base slide out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again. Stokely on first, nobody out. And on the top of the 4th, it's a 6-3 Gateman lead. Now Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw, and Claire Foley with you on some Sunday night baseball action. Hudipole set right near the letters. The 0-2 stays high. The 6'3" right-hander also played football and basketball at St. Xavier High School, and you can tell he's an athlete.
Mason, Ohio native. But athleticism runs in the family.
1-2. That one. A deep drive to right. Clark gives it a look. It is out of the ballpark. A 2-run shot that now puts the Mariners within 1 here in the top of the 4th.
That was a shot from Newell in his debut day for Harwich. Of course, his debut game is early this afternoon. That one, though, a big power swing. Of course, his first homer of the season. First home run given up by Hudipole.
The back and forth battle between these two clubs continue here in the 4th. Now only down by a run, but still no outs here in the 4th. The pitch stays high. 1-0 the count. And from what we've seen out of the bullpen for the last week or so, even in the last span of the 11 games, again, Gateman 3-8 in that span. That was a slow grounder on the left side. Padilla will make the throw over to first in time to get the catcher, Matt Cassette. Oh, what a way. But still, I mean, it's been responding to those big hits, and the Gateman bullpen have not responded well to those big hits, but they're going to have to here.
They still have a 1-run lead intact, though. That puts more pressure on the offense in the bottom half of these frames to come back out and perform once again and know that in this one, as strange as it is, 6 runs may not be enough.
Breaking pitch taken for a strike to Harding. Nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. It's a 6-5 Gateman lead. Pitch cut out and missed. 0-2.
We talk about for Hudipole's athleticism on the mound, sort of in the genes of the Hudipole family. Not only does his sister Sophia play volleyball at Lipscomb University in Nashville.
Did he go? Yes, he did go around, so Harding goes down swinging. And that's Hudipole's 4th strikeout of the season.
But you go one step further there, Alex, and his uncle Joe, a 3-time Olympic medalist in swimming. 2 gold in the 92 and 96 games. Do you have any Olympians in your family?
Actually, yes. It's
really?
A distant cousin. He's a Swiss skier. I believe skier. The pitch inside. I think skier. I'm 99% sure skier. Beat Feuz.
Really?
Yeah, he just won a gold medal this past winter.
Crenshaws have never been in the Olympics.
A 1-1 pitch hit the other way and out of play. Yeah, beat Feuz. Swiss Alpine ski racer.
I've never been skiing.
Neither have I, and I don't plan on doing it.
That's a good plan.
We'll give Beat the shout out.
Although I haven't had any family members in the Olympic Games. We were speaking a little bit a while ago about Independence Day coming up. Whereas apparently I say July a little odd, right? July 4th coming up. Well, back home in my hometown, all right, back in Oconee County, South Carolina, we have this thing called Hillbilly Day. Every July 4th holiday. It occurs in the morning.
1-2 pitch hit the other way, out of play.
Musicians come about. Everyone gathers up in the town. It's a great, great time up in the Mountain Rest community. But they do 2 special competitions. I think you would enjoy the latter, but I'll mention the first. They take a flagpole, pour a ton of grease all over it, and you try to climb it to get to a flag on the top.
Oh, what's the ladder?
The latter, they do the same thing. They grease up an object, but this one you have to try to catch a pig.
Why do you think I would like to do that?
You just seem like the type that you like to go catch a greased pig. Slipping, sliding everywhere. What a better way to spend America's birthday morning than chasing around a greased up pig.
I don't like pigs. I like eating them.
Well, you got to catch it before you can do that.
Do you eat it after?
Not sure.
The 2-2 stays in there for called strike 3 who end the inning. But 2 runs come across the plate, and the Mariners within what? They go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-5 Gateman. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Gibson Sotheby's International Realty is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. List your home with Eastern Massachusetts' premier real estate firm. Don't just get it on the market, get it the attention it deserves. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
With competitive pay, state-of-the-art facilities, and opportunities in service, sales, accounting, HR, marketing, IT, and more, a job at Milton Cat, the Northeast Caterpillar dealer, is more than a career choice. It's a choice career. Visit miltoncat.com/careers to join their growing team.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more.
The Wareham Gateman would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod to the major leagues. Only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Oh, new pitcher is Danny Wilkerson, a junior. They'll come into this game from Villanova. It will be Fabian, Padilla, and Robertson due up for the Gateman. They have a 1-run lead at the bottom of the 4th. Wilkerson. The first pitch swung on and missed by Fabian at the plate.
Fabian doesn't like the bat he's got. He's going to switch it out.
It looks like he just needs a little more spider tack.
Pine tar.
Well, that's not pine tar. There's a difference between spider tack and pine tar.
Walk me through it.
Well, I should phone a friend here and call up George Brett to bring us through this situation about the difference between Spider Tack and pitch outside. From my understanding, Spider Tack comes it's hardened up pine tar basically, but with some other elements.
Okay.
And that went in there for a strike, but pine tar comes in like a jug, and it's almost like honey, but that sticky and
well, I know because I know that what they use to apply to the bats is almost looks like a tubed popsicle.
Right.
Almost.
Well, as Fabian goes down swinging, here's Padilla with one away. So there's a big difference between that Spider Tack stuff that a lot of players use.
So the difference primarily is the texture, it seems.
Yeah.
The consistency.
Right. And mainly because it's pine tar, it gets really messy. Pitch that dropped in. A curve ball there that clipped the outer edge of the plate. No one won the count here. See if I can pull up a picture. That one foul tip. 0-2 now. Wilkinson deals, pitched low. Let's see, like pine tar comes in like a can. Then there's a pine tar stick.
Okay.
So think of it like this, as a 1-2, cut on and miss. That is nasty breaking pitch in the dirt. The throw down to first base is going to be in time. This is my easiest way to explain it. So you have a glue stick and a glue bottle. Still does the same job, but different texture.
I understand.
So pine tar itself is the glue bottle. But the Spider Tack or Spider Stick, that's a glue stick. That one in there for a strike to Robertson. 0-1 here. Shows bunt. Pulls back for a called strike, and now Robertson behind here, 0-2.
Robertson hitless on the season, but he does have an RBI to his credit with that bases loaded walk back in the second.
It's a 6-5 Gateman lead. A 0-2 pitch. Just low. 1-2 the count. The home run hitter and Ryan Campos. Only had 2 home runs this past collegiate season. Had a grand slam back in the second. The 1-2 pitch bouncing in and gets away from Cade. Nobody on. Oh, now 2-2 the count. That one just missing outside.
Most of the infield and outfield for Harwich was darting towards the dugout on that last pitch. They thought it was going to be called. Had been Wilkinson striking out the side.
The 2-2 pitch, cut on and miss. Oh, Robertson goes down swinging. 3 up, 3 down on Cade. We go to the top of the 5th.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
Joanne Stevenson with Berkshire Hathaway and Robert Paul Properties brings over 21 years of real estate experience to the South Shore and Cape Cod area. The Robert Paul Properties team not only specializes in coastal luxury properties, but proudly serves our veterans in their home search or sell process. Joanne Stevenson is your local, homegrown agent who knows the area and knows the market. Call Joanne Stevenson with Robert Paul Properties for all your real estate needs. Located at 155 Front Street in Marion. Whether a night at the tap room for pub grub, dinner for the family, or a full-service catered event, Minkle Boys Catering. Food with passion. Book your event today.
We want our money to work as hard for us when we retire as we did working to accumulate it. My name is Steve Anzoni, and I am president of Fairway Financial Insurance Agency. Money is just a tool to help you to do what you ultimately want to do, which is to travel, spend time with your kids, grandkids, and do other stuff. And I want to be the guy that's going to help you navigate the course of life to help you avoid those sand traps and get you onto the green and into the hole with greater financial confidence.
Well, we go to the top of the fifth. It is a 6-5 Gateman lead. A new pitcher on the mound, Michael Walsh. He's been phenomenal, making his 4th appearance on the season. 2 saves already recorded. This is not a safe situation. What I'm gathering is they want Walsh to go 3 innings, because he's been the closer all season long, and when he's on, he's on. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, but 9 strikeouts and 4 innings, and with a season ERA of 2.25.
The only run allowed was a solo blast against Katuitt in his last outing a couple days ago. Outside of that, like you said, Alex, he's been dominant, including 6 of those strikeouts came in just 2 innings of work at Brewster.
So let's say the score holds into a 1-run lead. Michael Walsh would record the win, not the safe situation. Oh, as Walsh finishes up his warm-up pitches, it will be Seidel, Goodwin, and Vetrano due up here in the 5th in a 7-inning ball game. Walsh kicks and delivers. Seidel shows bunt, drops it down, and it's a great one. Fabian eats the throw, and Seidel a bunt single. With 3 doubles between the first and second game, who would have thought that Seidel would drop it down and make a perfect bunt down the third base side for a base hit?
But that's why you love for a veteran to be at the plate when a new man's on the mound, because veterans know, hey, let me do something unexpected just to throw the new arm off and then force him to work around the leadoff man on base.
Here's Nick Goodwin, 2 for 2 here in the second game. Seidel on first. The pitch. Just low. 1-0 the count. We saw Walsh a few nights ago, and he did not look himself. Gave up a big home run. And the pitch cut on and missed. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Walsh in his last outing, an inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. That was the homer we alluded to. A walk and 2 strikeouts. 26 pitches, just 12 strikes.
Runner goes. The 1-1 pitch. The throw down to second base is going to be not in time. Seidel standing up with a stolen base. Oh, this is the Tommy Seidel show so far.
He's definitely team MVP today for Harwich, but also a great throw from Campos from the knees. Not much drawback on the arm. Cannon on that kid's right hand. Like we said, Seidel, good jumps. You give him credit for the stolen base, but the throw was right on the money, just late.
It's been great to see Campos and Burns just showcase their defensive abilities all season long. A 2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. 2-2 the count. Oh, Seidel on second. Nobody out here in the 5th. He's a tying run. And we're starting to see the outfield just come in a tad. It's on a base hit from Goodwin last time up. Seidel scored from second base. A 2-2 pitch inside, pushing. Goodwin off the plate. 3-2 the count.
Walsh has got to settle in. Just a 2-pitch mixed guy, Alex. Fastball and one of the best sliders we've seen in the Cape this season.
Payoff pitch incoming here. Walsh leaning in. Likes the option from Campos. 3-2 in there for called strike 3, and that's Walsh's 10th strikeout and just 4 1/3 of an inning pitch.
That's why you see a lot of teams in Major League Baseball pushing Walsh up higher and higher on their draft boards for late July.
A fifth strikeout from the Mariners offense here in game 2. Lights coming on. First pitch taken for a strike to Vetrano. The sun starts beginning to set. What a perfect baseball sky.
Off day tomorrow.
And the real grind starts. Not another off day until July 5th. This is Walsh. Looks back to second. A lot of events taking place between now and the end of the Cape Cod season. The 0-1 hit well to center. Robertson drifting back there to make the play. And Seidel's going to have to they're saying I don't know what just happened. Oh, they said it was a balk.
They said balk on Walsh, no pitch. Now Seidel moved over from second base.
And Harvey Shapiro on the step of the dugout, and everyone is confused. Oh, Seidel will move up to third base. Well, it's a balk on Walsh, and no one won the count.
So that's a play, Alex, where if you recognize the balk as a hitter, then you're going to take the biggest swing you can to try to make the most of that play. So that way, even if it is a balk, since the ball is pitched, you may can get the better outcome, although it was a flyout.
And now one of the netting keeping the ball boy safe on the third base side of the field near the dugout fell while time was called, and that was right before Walsh was set to deliver a pitch. So a lot of things have taken place over the last minute or so.
Tying run, 90 feet from home.
Only one out. Walsh comes set. The 0-1 pitch outside. 1-1 the count, and I think the Gateman would take anyone but Tommy Seidel over there at third. A lot of speed, a lot of guts. And they'll do whatever it takes to score.
Walsh really could use a strikeout here.
1-1 pitch. Just outside. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch incoming. That one fouled straight back.
And you can keep that foul ball courtesy of attorney Glenn Hannington and his daughter Tevis.
Two balls, two strikes. Here on Joey Vetrano. Singled in the first, but grounded out to a double play in the third. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Pitch outside. Oh, Vetrano works a walk, and now it's first and third with one away for Kenny Lavari.
Now batting the designated hitter from Old Dominion,
Lavari from Old Dominion, and Campos will jock right on the edge of the only dirt besides the pitching mound on this field and the infield grass to set the defense up. Fabian will come up right near the edge of the grass, and middle infielders between Padilla and Hausinger will look to turn two. Roden holding on. Vetrano on first. Walsh deals a pitch that stays high, 1-0 the count.
Although I'm sure Walsh would love the strikeout there, you really don't mind that walk because now you put runners on the corners with one out, which brings the double play ball into effect.
Walsh set at the waist. 1-0 pitch stays high and outside on 2-0 the count. Well, even though this is a big situation as Campbell jogs out to talk with Walsh, we have some breaking college baseball news. LSU is hiring the current Twins pitching coach, Wes Johnson, as their new pitching coach.
Wow.
Oh, this is the first time, and I think in the history of baseball, that a major league pitching coach is leaving the team immediately to go coach college baseball at LSU.
That's a big-time hire for Jay Johnson, who just took an LSU team in his first year to a super regional.
And not only this Twins team, they're a first-place team.
That's remarkable. That's not something you hardly ever see. But good move for Jay Johnson. That's going to bring a big-time name to an LSU squad that already had big news in recent days. Them getting the transfer announcement from NC State's Tommy White, who set the NCAA freshman home run record with 27 this spring.
Well, back to the game. Seidel on third, Bertrano on first, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning. The tying run at third, go-ahead run at first. A 2-1 pitch in there for a strike to the lefty Lavari with 1 away. As Walsh's jersey becomes untucked from the backside. Looking to get out of this jam. And now a step off to throw to first, no throw. No movement at all in the Gateman pen. The 2-2 pitch, fouled straight back. We'll do the 2-2 again.
A big spot here for Harwich. Tying run 90 feet away.
Walsh comes step. The 2-2 pitch. Cut on and miss. Huge strikeout for the second out recorded here in the 5th.
Amazing pitch from Michael Walsh. Sent the slider down and in at the feet of the lefty hitter, Lavari. Now the sacrifice opportunity is taken away. Ball's got to be put in play for this game to be tied up.
Well, Stokely struck out looking in the first, but walked and scored in the 4th. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here on the top of the 5th inning. Gateman up by a run. First pitch, cut on and miss. There's that slider that Michael Walsh calls his dirt. Fooling everyone up at the plate. 2 strikeouts recorded so far in the night. His 10th and 11th. And just 4 2/3 innings pitched. Wow. 0-2. Not even close. 0-2 now. Walsh getting his mojo back. Steps back on the mound. And the rubber. Leans in. An agreement from Campos. Seidel on third. Vetrano on first. The pitch fouled away. Now the first base side out of play. We'll do the 0-2 again.
What would be really demoralizing right here, Alex, if you're Harwich, is you put the leadoff man in scoring position at second base with no outs and Seidel. He singled and then stole a bag to move up to second. If you can't bring him around to score in a 1-run game, now keep in mind, we're in the top of the 5th. We're only playing 7. So treat this as if it was that 7th inning in a regular 9-inning game. That's a huge blow to a squad.
Walsh eyeing on Stokely here. The 0-2 pitch incoming. Runners go. The pitch outside. The throw down. There's going to be no throw down to second base. Over Toronto now, also in scoring position, who obviously has speed. Well, the go-ahead run now also in scoring position. Walsh climbs back on the rubber to face Stokely. The 1-2 pitch, just outside. Second and third, 2 outs. A 2-2 pitch incoming from Walsh. Just outside, just missing the outer side of the plate. Everyone on the right side of the field in that Gateman dugout thought that was Walsh's third strikeout this inning. Walsh was ahead 0-2, but Stockley, a 3-2 pitch in the dirt to work a walk. Wow. Here's Chris Newell.
Walsh's jersey's almost completely pulled out of his pants.
Bases loaded with 2 outs and the top of the 5th inning. The Gateman clinching to just their 1-run lead. First pitch just missing low, and Harvey Shapiro has both hands up in the air saying, where was that?
If those have been misses from Walsh, they haven't been by much. Not a game of inches, game of centimeters.
1-0. There it is. 1-1. Golf claps from the Gateman fans here. Bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. 1-2. Nasty slider from Walshy.
That's the Durr.
Bases loaded. 2 outs here at the top of the 5th.
I will go back to that same pitch, same spot again.
Walsh comes set at the waist. The 1-2 pitch just outside to Newell. He evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Six-5 Gateman. But Mariners flirting with that lead. The 2-2 cut out and miss. What an inning by Michael Walsh. Had the bases loaded, but ended up striking out the side. Wow. Walshy. 12 strikeouts and 5 innings pitched. Unbelievable performance from Walsh here tonight. Stay with us. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 6-5 Gateman lead. They're on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Summer is here, and we are finally back to enjoying all our favorite outdoor activities. As temperatures rise, so does the risk for unexpected injuries. South Coast Health Urgent Care Centers are open, safe, and here to provide the care you need when you need it. Our 7 locations are open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome, and having a South Coast Health physician is not required. Visit southcoast.org/urgent care to check wait times and reserve your spot today.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gateman at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gateman and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more.
We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's a 6-5 Gateman lead. Michael Walsh left the bases loaded in the top half of this inning. Well, we'll see if Harvey Shapiro will send Walsh back out. He had a lot of pitches, though. But we shall see. It will be Campos, Windish, and Roden due up. Well, first pitch, a called strike to Campos. The home run hitter. And Ryan Campos.
Who would have thought that? Just 2 homers this spring at Arizona State. Knocks a grand slam back in the second.
There's a third player on this Gateman team to have one this season. Torrin Montgomery, Blake Wright, and now Ryan Campos. 0-1, fouled straight back, 0-2. Bottom of the fifth, it's a 6-5 Gateman lead. This fans got to take a deep breath and hope that they can tack on a few more here. The 0-2, that one lined to center, but will stay up, and Newell will make the play. Oh, what a way. Here's Hogan Windish, 0-2 on the night.
Windish trying to keep a 6-game hit streak alive.
Ever since that grand slam, Gateman has yet to reach base.
Been retired 9 in a row.
Who would have thought? Windish looks at that one for a called strike. Moan won the count. Windish has played in every game except one so far in this season. A mainstay in the lineup. A high pop-up in the infield. Stokely will come all the way over near the pitching mound to make the play 2 away. Roden 0-2 on the day. A pitch. Slider in there for a strike. Sharkey has been really phenomenal out of the pen. Or should I say the shark cage? No? No? 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2.
You know, that's often what we call the visitor's broadcast position on the third base side. The shark cage over there. Netting up.
Sharkey deals the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. As the third base umpire says Roden holds up. Sharkey set the 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back up here. Right off the bulletproof plexiglass right in front of us.
It nearly moved it. We've got to tie that thing down.
That's going to be your job.
You've just got to hold my feet as I lean out the window.
That might tempt me to let go. Nobody on, 2 away. And Alan Roden making us a little uncomfortable up here in the booth. A 1-2 pitch, that one. A chopper, a weird play. Stockley will take it upon himself to cover the first base bag in time. Oh, 3 up, 3 down once again. And ever since Sharkey has come into the game, it's been 10 up and 10 down for the Gateman offense. Top of the 6th we go. It's still a 6-5 Gateman lead, and we got a new pitcher coming out of the pen. Stay with us right here on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
Custom Soils is New England's leading provider of lightweight planting soil for green roof installations and is the exclusive New England supplier of stabilized stone dust. Reed Custom Soils services over 300 golf courses and provides unique blends to fit your needs, all by experienced precision blenders. To learn more about how Reed Custom Soils can serve you, call toll-free 1-800-924-5335 or head to reedcustomsoils.com.
Looking for your dream home on the Cape? Gibson Sotheby's International Realty's dedicated team of real estate professionals are ready to make your dream a reality. Don't just look for a place, discover a home. Each office is independently owned and operated. Sotheby's International Realty is a registered trademark.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Well, we go to the top of the sixth. It's a 6-5 Gateman lead. New pitcher out of the bullpen is going to be Cameron Weston, making his third appearance in a Gateman uniform. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, no walks, but 7 Ks. The 1.28 ERA. Looking to keep this momentum going out of the pen and keep it into a 1-run Gateman lead.
Well, you look back at Weston's last performance against this same Harwich Mariners team, Alex. He was almost unhittable in his outing. 4 innings of work out of the pen, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. An incredible job from Cam Weston. He was our South Coast Health Player of the Night that night on the road. And what would you know, he's up against the same team here tonight, trying to gear his team into a victory.
First pitch swinging, Gassett grounds that over to Hausiger. Throws the first to Roden in time, so 1 pitch, 1 out here at the top of the 6th. Here's Cole Harding. Flew out and strikeout so far in the night for him. Weston deals the first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. A pitch outside. Eves on the count, now 1-1. This Gateman team looking for a crucial win tonight.
Snaps a rough skid. They've lost 6 of their last 7.
1-1. Stay side. Now 2-1 the count.
I think what would even be tougher, Alex, if you came away this game with a loss, is for your offense to then sort of have that in the back of their mind that 6 runs wasn't enough.
2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 away. And the top of the 6th. We're only playing 7. But if we're tied up, we can go as long as 9. That one ripped foul.
Nice snag
play.
by the third base coach over there for Harwich.
All right, Harvey, you're next.
Harvey tries to avoid those as much as he can, I'm sure. 74 years young, the reflexes probably aren't as sharp as they used to be.
A 2-2 pitch. Just outside. Well, now, Harding will work her full. And we can hear Harvey Shapiro yelling from the dugout. If that's not high, where is it? 3-2, that stays high as well. So a 1-out walk by Harding. That will roll over the top of the lineup. And David Smith.
The reflexes might not be there, the vocals still are.
Oh, we can hear him from up here. Oh, Harding works the walk. David Smith 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. With Tommy Seidel on deck. That one ripped foul out of play. But Weston ahead for the 3rd time in a row. Now 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 pitch. Stays high and outside. 1-1 the count.
Looks like something might have fallen over the left field fence. Oh, it was a ball that escaped from the Harwich bullpen.
How about that?
Not sure how that happened.
Interesting.
Just thankful it wasn't a rabbit like last night.
You know, the first time it was funny, but like the 5th time it happened.
It was just old.
1-1. Cut on it, missed. Wow. Blew it right by him. Harding on first. 1 out. They're on the top of the 6th. One-two pitch incoming. Just high. 2-2 the count. A lot of close pitches in the last couple of innings that have left this Gateman dugout and bullpen on edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the left hand hitting David Smith, looking for his first hit on the night. A 2-2 pitch. Hit the other way, but out of play. No count holds 2-2. As the temperature drops, the humidity still a strong presence. In the second game, though, of this doubleheader, the ball flying. The 2-2 pitch, cut on and miss. Big strikeout for out number 2 for Cameron Weston.
Tough go for David Smith, the leadoff hitter, now 0 for 4. 3 strikeouts tonight.
Here's Tommy Seidel. He's 2 for 2 with a hit by a pitch. 2 out of the 5 runs that was scored were him. Tying run on first with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. A check to first base, sliding back safely. It's Cole Harding. Weston delivers a pitch to Seidel in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. If Weston gets out of this, do they send him back out there in the 7th?
I think you have to. Just a 7-inning ball game.
The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2.
You had Hudipole throw an inning, Walsh throw an inning, and now Weston. I really can't see Gateman using yet another arm for just the final frame. Although the off day is tomorrow, so if a guy throws an inning tonight, he could still be back available for Tuesday's matchup.
Weston comes set at the waist. Now time called by Seidel. Will take 1 step foot out. Regroup. And go back in the fight. Down 0-2. Tying run on first base. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. The throw down the second base is going to be in time to get him. What a play by Ryan Campos to get Harding out at second base to end the inning. Bottom of the 6th we go. 6-5 Gateman. Stay with us on the Gateman Broadcast Network.
The Wareham Gateman would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. Cape Cod to the major leagues. Only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Well, as we are in between innings, we're going to send it down to our own Claire Foley once again. Claire?
Thanks, guys. It's no doubt that Ryan Campos has been the star of this Wareham team tonight. He had a grand slam in the second inning to break up the tie, and at the end of that last half, he picked off a runner at second base. But getting on base has become routine for the Arizona State catcher. He's reached base in all but 2 of his games this summer, which is why we've seen him move towards the top of the lineup a couple times, including in the leadoff spot tonight. Guys.
Well, Claire, we say thank you, as always providing some great reports from the field and about Ryan Campos, who's just been absolutely phenomenal at the plate tonight. Obviously, a grand slam, but also some great plays. Oh, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning of play, it's a 6-5 Gateman lead.
Last opportunity for the Gateman potentially to add on an insurance run here late. Just a 1-run game. That's dicey material to play with when you head into the top half.
Oh, Roden. Oh, no, it'll be Clark, Anderson, and Hausinger due up here in the 5th. A lot has happened so far tonight. 2 runs scored in the top of the 1st, and the Gatemen were quickly trailing. They were forced to make the comeback and did so in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. They scored 6 runs, but that's been it so far all today. 6 runs total and over the span of 2 games, and they only have a 1-run lead. So like you said, Cade, this is their last chance to add on any insurance runs right now.
You want to have a little bit of cushion room in the top half.
A pitch outside to Clark. 1-0 the count now. Clark doubled and scored in the 2nd. That one, a broken bat. Liner over to 2nd. Smith will take it and throw it over to Stockley to make the play. That was a clear broken bat. Over half of it, just broken right in half.
I think the only part that didn't go up to the pitcher's mound was the portion just above the knob that Kellum Clark was still holding on to.
At first, I thought he lost the bat entirely.
Then he was just running up the first baseline, holding that little bit of piece still left in his hand.
Oh, some firewood. That one drops in for a strike. 0-2 now on Max Anderson. The designated hitter. You're in game 2. A well-deserved, quote-unquote, night off. 1-1 the count now. For a night, all he has to worry about is hitting. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Pitch. That one hit the other way, and it will get all the way to the wall. Rounding first, and he's going to go for 2. Max Anderson, stand-up double here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman from Xavier, number 10, Jack Hausinger.
Well, here's Jack Hausinger. He's 0 for 2. But in an RBI situation, the Gatemen really want to get this one in.
I like Hausinger in this spot, too. Scrappy player, loves the game. He's in a big spot.
Pitch outside. 1-0 the count. 2 flyouts so far today to right field.
Wind now rolling over that right field fence.
1-0, taken for a strike. Conover on the mound, looking to keep this a one-run game. A pitch outside, now 2-1 the count. A 2-1 pitch, cut out and missed, 2-2. Anderson on second, one away, the bottom of the sixth. Gateman looking to add that huge insurance run that we were talking about. The 2-2, a chopper up the middle, could be trouble. Goodwin will throw to first base, and it's going to be in time. Hausinger thought he beat out the throw, but the first base umpire says otherwise.
And the first base ump had to be in a tough spot there with Anderson on second. He wasn't able to see on the opposite side of the first base bag up the line. He was more so on the infield grass. So that affected the viewpoint a little bit. Who knows if that might have changed the call.
Derek Fabian at the plate. A big insurance run, now just 90 feet away. Hit by a pitch in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. A first pitch taken for a strike.
Came through with a big hit in the seventh last night to tie things up. An RBI double for the Florida Gator as a pinch hitter at Falmouth.
Conover deals the 0-1 pitch. Hit well to center. Newell drifting in, though, to make the play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one Gateman left. We go to the top of the seventh. It's a 6-5 Gateman lead. Stay with us on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network.
Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every Friday. This week's special celebration of Red Shirt Friday is sponsored by Zypher Hats, Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and join us by wearing red each Friday.
T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
Tom and Jean Yockey were passionate about the game of baseball. Over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, the Yockeys greatly invested in youth and amateur athletics in our community. They recognized the important skills baseball can bring to players both on and off the field: cooperation, respect, teamwork, friendships, and confidence. The Yockey Foundation has been proud to support the Cape League for more than 25 years.
It's all come down to this. Top of the seventh inning. It's a one-run Gateman lead at 6-5. Cameron Weston back on the rubber to try to end it and split this day-night doubleheader between the Harwich Mariners and the Wareham Gateman.
Alex, if you're Harwich, this is the exact portion of your lineup you want up. Tommy Seidel leading things off. He's found a way on the base pass 3 times tonight. You have Nick Goodwin, the on-deck circle. He's driven in one of the 5 runs tonight for Harwich, and then their cleanup man in the hole.
Weston deals the first pitch. And this misses low. 1-0 the count.
The Gateman can close this one out. You won't be able to say that Harwich didn't give it its best fight there at the end, because this is the spot in their lineup that does the most damage.
A pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. They've reached base 8 for 11 with these three batters due up this inning. The 1-1 pitch, just low. 2-1 the count. That's what you're looking for from the 2 through 4 hitters. Nobody on, nobody out. The top of the 7th, which really should be the 9th. Pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Weston, as poised as can be, the 2-2, but that one lined up the middle, and it will get down for a base hit. Tommy Seidel, have yourself a night.
Seidel's a player, definitely team MVP, not just tonight, but also earlier today for Harwich in Game 1. A pair of doubles for him. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, and that means leaving him on the base paths right here.
3 for 3 on the night. 2 runs scored. That's just in Game 2. Weston deals the pitch. In there for a strike to Goodwin. Seidel 5 for 6 on the day.
Talk about having a day at the park.
3 doubles, 2 singles. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. A good stop there from Campos. 1-1 the count. Speaks volumes to Harvey Shapiro with the full confidence in this defense he put out here for Game 2. The 1-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. Runner goes, a throw down to second base is going to be not in time. Wow. A close play. That's second base, and Seidel just beat it.
He almost danced around the glove of Hausinger to get there.
I think he did.
Tying run now in scoring position with no outs. Weston's got to battle.
Huh. And of course, it's Tommy Seidel. Weston eyeing on Campos. Now in agreement. Comes set at the waist. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Out of play. 1-2 holds. Tight run in scoring position at second base. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. What a great game. Weston set at the waist. The 1-2 pitch to Goodwin. Stays outside, 2-2 the count.
You want to talk about a playoff type atmosphere, Alex?
Oh, without a doubt.
This
Hands down.
This intensity is through the roof.
Both teams want to win. That's how you have yourself a great game. And both teams have been in the position to do so tonight. Weston at the waist. A 2-2 pitch. Just low and outside, 3-2. What an at-bat by Nick Goodwin. Behind and fought back like you said, Cade.
Thought he may give chase on that pitch. Breaking ball down low and out. Tough for him to stand in, keep the stick on the shoulder.
Slido on second. Nobody out. The payoff pitch looming to Nick Goodwin. The pitch. Hit the other way. Could be trouble. Clark drifting back near the foul line. Makes the play. Tagging and moving up to third is going to be Seidel. And now the tying run just 90 feet away. Do you walk Joe Vetrano here? They're going to bring... I looked for a second they were going to bring all the infield in. But now just really the third baseman and Fabian. Everyone else just a couple steps back from the infield grass. First pitch swinging comes up empty. No one won the count. Trying a 1 for 2 with a walk.
Big spot for Weston to find his second strikeout tonight.
The time called at the plate. Weston now set. The 0-1 pitch. That one hit well but foul. 0-2 the count now.
My, oh my, that was headed towards the corner in right field. And even if Kellum Clark had gotten there, you know Seidel tags up from third.
0-2 the count. Kenny Lavari on deck. He's 1 for 3 on the night as well. Weston set. He deals the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again.
This game could go a long way in terms of playoff seedings at the end of the summer.
So far, this is game number 3 between these two clubs. The Gateman took game 1. Harwich took game 2. That was this morning or this afternoon. 0-2 stays high. Now 1-2 the count. And the Gateman 2 outs away from taking a 2-1 series lead over this Mariners team. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the left-hand hitter, Vetrano at the plate. Tying run 90 feet away. Only 1 out here in the 7th. Weston, the 1-2 pitch, cut on and missed. Big strikeout for out number 2, and now the Gatemen are just between themselves and Lavari for a big win on a Sunday night.
Get to the edge of your seats.
Weston leans in. Now comes set at the waist. That one hit well, but foul out of play. No one won the count. Seidel 90 feet away. He's a tying run at the... And Harvey Shapiro calls time and will jog out and bring everyone in. The whole infield and Campos will join Harvey Shapiro and Cameron Weston on the mound. The Gateman 2 strikes away from winning this game.
Coach Shapiro's brought everyone in on the infield, but you only see him talking to Cameron Weston. I think this is just to say, guys, victory's this close. We are 2 pitches away, 1 out even, from getting back on the winning side of things.
This is the first time we've seen Coach Shapiro do this in a big situation. Tying run 90 feet away.
Over 50 years of coaching, I'm going to trust him when he saves those special moments for times like these.
He understands the precedence. Just the 14th game of the season. Everyone matters. Weston, though, ahead of Lavari. Weston nods the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. A good stop there from Campos. 1 ball, 1 strike now. You can feel the tension in the air. The 1-1 pitch in there for called strike 2.
One more.
Tying run 90 feet away. 2 outs here, the top of the 7th, really the top of the 9th. The 1-2 pitch, just low, 2-2 the count. The Gateman bullpen all on their feet in foul territory, hugging basically the right field foul pole. Weston leans in, now in agreement, comes set at the waist. The 2-2 pitch stays high, 3-2. Padilla makes sure he covers up. Weston behind the pitching mound on the throwback to the mound to make sure that even if it gets away, Slidell can't score. Weston set. The 3-2 pitch, cut out and miss to end it. Ball game over. The Gatemen win. What a win for Wareham. And fans can take a deep breath.
You want to talk about, you could feel the tension in the air. My, oh my, could you? A 1-run game in the top of the 7th inning of a 7-run game. Like you said, Alex, treat it like the 9th. And the tying run gets all the way to third base with just 1 out on the board. Heck of a job from Cameron Weston and the entire Gateman bullpen who came in. They've been knocked on in recent days, but today they answered the call when the phone rang and locked up the 6-5 win.
Honestly, I think that was the best team win that we've seen. That was one of the first comeback wins, you could say, as well. Down 2-0 quickly, but that 6-run bottom of the 2nd inning that featured a grand slam by Ryan Campos. Unbelievable. Who would have thought? The guy that only had 2 home runs this past collegiate season hits a grand slam that wins it to 6-5. No, we'll take a quick break and we'll head into the post-game show right here on the Wareham Gateman Broadcast Network. Stay with us. Come on back and join us for the post-game show.
Mark Deshays has been practicing law in southeastern Massachusetts for over 30 years. His primary focus is on all aspects of real estate law, including residential and commercial real estate transactions, commercial leasing, land development, land use and zoning law, and land conservation matters. If you need representation, call now at 508-993-2300.
Well, welcome back to the South Coast Health postgame show. Alex Feuz, Cade Crenshaw with you. What a win. Final score, Wareham 6 and Harwich 5. The Gatemen dropped the first game of this doubleheader, but what a great comeback win in the second game.
It was, and I think the story of tonight, like we mentioned to a little bit at the end there, Alex, a complete team win by this Gateman team. Multiple contributors on the pitching side, multiple hits scattered across 4 different hitters in the order. We saw multiple guys on base. This is a team that was hungry to get back in the win column after losing 6 of their last 7, including earlier this afternoon, and they're finally back after it, and it's perfect timing heading in the off day with a win.
What was the key? And we said it earlier, the key to a win somehow today was going to be that bullpen. And even though Brand didn't have his best stuff, 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, it was the bullpen that really carried this team to a win. 4 innings pitched, only 3 walks. They faced 17 batters and struck out 8.
It was a huge night on the strikeout side of things between Hudipole, Walsh, and Weston. It's really hard to just pick one out of that bunch to say he was the difference maker because each of them were presented with different situations. I think about Michael Walsh, Alex, a guy who had the bases loaded, but still struck out the side.
Unbelievable all around. What a win tonight for the Gatemen. I said it earlier before we started this post-game show. This was hands down the best team win we've seen from the Gatemen, and we'll see if this can continue to build the momentum to really what we've seen, one of the best teams in the Cape Cod season, but the record doesn't show just how great this team can be.
You're exactly right. This is a team that I'm really excited to see now with this new page turn. How do they play in what Coach Shapiro likes to say is the second portion of the season? The next 11 games is going to be huge for this team. They started down the right foot with a win.
Well, for our own Claire Foley and Cade Crenshaw, I'm Alex Feuz. Thank you for joining us. Again, final score, Wareham 6 and Harwich 5. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you very soon.